Here is what's happening right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5.
30 people are without a home after a fire broke out at the Ballyhigh Motel in Yakima. What we're learning now about the suspected cause.
Also ahead, new tonight, the man wanted for the knife attack of a Longview, Washington couple has been caught. How law enforcement found Alexander Rogers.
Plus, the legal dispute in Sunnyside continues. What City Council member Teresa Hancock is saying tonight.
And how much longer will the hot weather stay with us, Stacy?
That's a good question. It's a hot one today. We have red flag warnings in place, but a big shift in the weather is headed your way. I'll tell you all about that. The news at 5 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Hello, thank you for joining us on this Tuesday evening. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redman. It is August the 12th. First at 5, a man wanted in connection with the knife attack of a Washington couple has been caught in Los Angeles. 51-year-old Alexander Rogers of Longview was arrested on suspicion of murder and attempted murder today. Authorities believe Rogers is behind the stabbing attack on 64-year-old Dawn Peters and 73-year-old Andrew Peters, also of Longview. Dawn died in the attack. Authorities say hundreds of tips helped law enforcement spot him more than 1,000 miles away.
Senior lead officers from Olympic Division responded to a radio call where a security officer advised that they saw Alexander Rogers, who was wanted for murder in Washington State, in the area of 6th Street and Lafayette. Rogers was positively identified at the scene and was taken into custody without incident and is currently being held at Olympic Station.
Now, his relationship to the victims still under investigation. Officials say they will release more details later on this week, so make sure you stay with us for updates.
On the fire watch, about 30 people are left without a home after a suspected electrical fire at the Ballyhigh Motel in Yakima. The fire broke out just after 5 yesterday at the motel on the 700 block of North 1st Street. According to the Yakima Fire Department, the blaze started in an electrical box and spread quickly to the attic. A total of 16 apartments were damaged, and the American Red Cross opened up a temporary shelter at the Summit View Church of Christ. Coming up new at 6 tonight, we're going to talk with the Red Cross on how they helped serve those who needed a place to stay.
Well, turning to a fire watch in Oregon now. What is being called the Duff Road Fire has now burned at least 300 acres, prompting a multi-agency response. Here's what we know. Last night, Pendleton Fire and Ambulance responded just before 7 p.m. Umatilla Tribal Fire Chief James Hall says there are no threats to people. The fire remains active east of Pendleton and Mission on the Umatilla Indian Reservation.
Time to talk First Alert weather. Extreme heat is the headline again today, but it looks like cooler weather is coming.
That's right. So if you don't like the heat, I think Stacy has you covered, but you got to get through it first, Stacy.
That's right. And we'll talk about fire weather right now. First Alert Weather Day tomorrow. Red flag warnings everywhere in pink, and it pretty much covers the entire eastern portion of Washington, northeastern Oregon, and beyond into Idaho. Again, gusty winds, low humidity, rapid fire spread. This is indeed beginning late tonight into tomorrow, where we'll be in that red flag warning. Right now, we're right there at 100 degrees on our Dust Devil Skycam in Pasco. Humidity levels at 22%. Winds are light at 3. Our sunset at 8:10, and it looks like the guys are getting ready to play some ball tonight. It is warm through the area. Look at several regions at 100 degrees or just under 100 degrees. Again, this being the hottest day so far in the month of August for the entire area. Planning your evening, it's going to be a hot one. I was sitting out on the patio last night around 10, and it's going to be hot again. I actually came back in. I thought, too hot for me outside. Now tomorrow, it's still going to be warm. Look at Tri-City still at 98, but a few degrees cooler than we were today. And then then Thursday, we get substantially cooler. So clear and warm tonight. Strong gusty winds starting to pick up late tonight and tomorrow. Heightened fire danger throughout the entire region. Then a big cool down is on the way. I'll tell you just how cool it's going to get. Austin, Wendy.
All right, Stacy, we have a couple crashes to tell you about. First, a semi carrying a load of logs on Highway 12 in Walla Walla County crashed around 12:30 this afternoon and rolled over. This crash caused the logs to come loose and spill onto the road and onto the shoulder. No one suffered serious injuries, but Highway 12 was shut down for nearly 3 hours while crews worked to clear the area. The cause of the crash is not yet known. The road opened just after 3 o'clock this afternoon.
A two-car crash in Kennewick sent one person to the hospital with minor injuries this afternoon. This crash happened at the intersection of Kennewick Avenue and Yelm Street. Kennewick police say it happened just before 2 p.m. and parts of the intersection were temporarily closed for cleanup. It reopened within the hour. Police say the driver was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. The other driver, we're told, was not injured. The Sunnyside City Council did not make a decision on City Manager Mike Gonzalez's future with the city. At last night's regular City Council meeting, Mayor Dean Broersma tells us he wants the investigation into Gonzalez's practices completed before the council makes a decision. Gonzalez was placed on paid administrative non-disciplinary leave at the beginning of June. The council has extended the leave more than the original intended 30 days, citing scheduling conflicts with the company doing the investigation.
It was extended an extra 30 days because they didn't get it done at the end of July and they wanted extra time to get it done. So we gave them 30 days and encouraged them to get it done in less time.
Mayor Broersma says there is no timeline right now on when the investigation will end, but he and the council are urging the investigators to wrap up soon.
The legal dispute in Sunnyside continues as City Council member Teresa Hancock remains under a temporary restraining order filed by the city's HR manager, Irving Brown. Hancock says she hasn't been served with the new order, claiming the previous one expired. She says the first order was issued in May, then again on July 1. Hancock tells us that she's been to court 3 times, but claims delays, including Brown's attorney not being ready, having pushed the hearing back multiple times, most recently to July 31st, and then again after that. Hancock says she is complying with the order and is looking forward to resolving the matter in court.
I'll tell you this, the court did deem, with my attorney and his attorney agreeing, Mr. Brown did not show up, was not on Zoom, did not attend the meeting. But my attorney asked that I was able to carry on my business at City Hall, that I could go to City Hall to conduct business.
Hancock says her next court date for this is on August 27th. New tonight, the Tri-Cities Regional Chamber of Commerce hosted its Small Business Resource Fair this afternoon, and this year the organization decided to mix it up. In the past, the chamber had speakers take turns telling business owners about what they offer. This year, the fair was hosted in an open house format, which allowed business owners to roam around and talk to as many organizations as possible. The chamber feels like the new format was successful and plans to keep it for its next resource fair.
Next year when we do it, or I think we're going to do it again this year, but at least next year when we do it, it'll be the same way. And like I say, it'll be bigger and there'll be more opportunities.
The resources offered in this year's fair included government, contracting, development, and educational opportunities.
We are learning new details about the historic summit on U.S. soil where President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin are set to meet in 3 days.
So today, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky spoke with Trump and European leaders and says for the first time they are getting signals from Russia about some type of ceasefire.
ABC's Melissa Adon reports.
A historic bilateral meeting to take center stage in Anchorage, Alaska Friday, marking the first time Russian President Putin sets foot on U.S. soil in a decade. Ukrainian President Zelensky not invited. The White House saying the goal is to end the now 3.5-year-long war between Russia and Ukraine.
Look, only one party that's involved in this war is going to be present. And so this is for the president to go and to get, again, a more firm and better understanding of how we can hopefully bring this war to an end.
Overnight, Russia kept up its drone and missile attack on Ukraine. Ukraine responded.
Conditions on the battlefield in Ukraine are just as brutal as ever, and we have seen in recent days Russian forces appear to make a pretty significant advance on Ukraine's eastern front.
But in a recent call with Trump and European leaders, Zelensky says for the first time they are getting signals from Russia about some type of ceasefire. Zelensky emphasizing that no concrete plans have been presented. ABC's Rachel Scott today pressing the White House on any red lines mentioned on that call.
Did Zelensky give President Trump any red lines, any non-starters ahead of this summit on Friday?
Look, I don't want to reveal the private conversations between the president and President Zelensky, but what I can tell you is that the president has deep respect for all parties that are involved in this conflict and are trying to bring this conflict to an end.
The White House also pressed on whether the negotiations could include a potential land swap.
It's a very complex and complicated situation. As for the details of the plans that have been kind of tossed back and forth, I won't get into those.
That was ABC's Melissa Adon reporting. President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance will take part in a virtual meeting tomorrow with President Zelensky and more European leaders.
Following this newscast, ABC World News Tonight with David Muir picks up on our coverage of the Trump-Putin summit and air quality alerts across a dozen states.
Then be sure to stay with us live at 6 as our own William Albert will tell you how Richland is turning to residents to help create one bold vision for the city's future.
Still ahead, though, here on the news at 5 with grant funding to reduce serious and even deadly crashes. We'll tell you how the city of Pasco is working to help make city streets safer.
And as we leave you to break, live pictures from our Skycam network. Stacey's back. How long will this heat last? She will tell you. Hey, remember our Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app as well. Stay right here.
Tuesdays are my favorite day of the week because the single Papa Burger combos are just $5.99. And I wait all week for this.
And so do I.
And that's why I always get it too.
The Tuesday special at A&W.
Okay, bye.
I met a cute poodle outside.
Oh, really?
She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free. That can't be true.
Sure it is. When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free.
Free?
Yeah. You don't pay us a penny unless we win for you.
That's doggone crazy.
Hello? Yeah, sure. That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
Form or function? Should we push the timeline?
Will it hold?
Should we outsource? What do you think?
Do you engineer it to work? Or design it to move? Give them what they want.
It needs to be taller, faster,
even cheaper.
Or take things to new places. You've got to build the right team. No, that's the one. Revise it, redo it, develop it. Keep pushing until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
A drunk driver just blew a stop sign and we collided. My vehicle was total. What about the vehicle? How am I gonna get to work? How am I gonna continue taking care of my family? I contacted Tamaki Law and I told them about what had happened. Tamaki made it very simple, very easy. It was a stress relief for me. If you happen to be in an accident, call Tamaki Law.
It's hump day, and you know what that means. Hello, Country Fried Steak. Get a delicious meal for just $5.99 and make your Wednesday feel like the weekend. Yes, Wednesdays only, Country Fried Steak is just $5.99. Happy hump day from KFC.
Rowing on North Idaho rivers. Apple Valley News Now tonight at 6.
Welcome back to Apple Valley News Now live at 5. The city of Pasco is working on a new safety plan to make sure everyone, no matter how they travel, can move safely on city streets.
The Safety Comprehensive Action Plan is being developed through a series of in-person and virtual meetings with the goal of reducing deaths and serious injuries on Pasco's roadways. Normally, the city updates its safety plan every 2 years, but this time they've received grant funding to focus on reducing serious and deadly crashes.
The effort brings together city council members, police, fire, and public works, all working with the community to make streets safer.
What can we do to get people's feedback to help save lives and figure out what are the safety concerns? Or do they have sidewalk areas that they need more sidewalk, more crosswalks? Are there areas where they want more roundabouts or more street lights? Those are really important things that we want to hear from the public.
State officials expect the plan to be finished in December and presented to the City Council in February for approval.
The Port of Kennewick has hit a big milestone. 3 decades in a row with perfect audit results. The Washington State Auditor's Office says the port's 2024 audits were clean, complete, and accurate with no findings. That marks 30 straight years of clean, independent audit reports. The review looked at detailed financial statements, payroll, and credit card use, as well as how the port complies with bid laws and the Open Public Meetings Act. Officials say the audits confirm the port is following state guidelines, protecting public resources, and operating with transparency.
Together look at our financial health, they look at our transparency to the public, they look at how we're spending the taxpayers' dollars, they look at the Open Public Meetings Act and are we following the guidelines of the state.
Port leaders say the streak shows their commitment to transparency and protecting public funds. A special connection is taking center stage at this week's tournament at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. One of the players in the field is bringing both her golf game and her heritage to the course. Selene Henderson Pendleton, a descendant of the Walla Walla tribe, is competing right here on the Umatilla Reservation. She earned a sponsor exemption to play alongside some of the best in the sport. Henderson Pendleton says it's about more than scores. It's about inspiring young Native athletes and honoring the cultural roots of the land where she's competing.
The fact that I have this opportunity to play again is so awesome. It's just going to be a cool experience to be put back in that position with a totally different perspective. It's a blessing to be able to come back and play, especially somewhere where I have roots, you know.
She says she's focused on fine-tuning her short game and hopes young golfers see her as proof that passion, practice, and pride in one's identity can go hand in hand.
The Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Lottery teamed up for a new scratch ticket with various football prizes, celebrating their 50th year this year. The Seahawks have been partnered with the lottery since 1998. These special scratch-offs are considered second chance tickets. Any Seahawks scratch ticket that is not a winner can be mailed into the Washington Lottery office and will be a part of the drawing for the prizes.
Tickets to a game or merchandise or gift cards to the Seahawks store or the opportunity to meet with a Seahawk legend. This year it's going to be Cam Chancellor and Steve Largent. Steve Largent is my personal favorite because I go way back. And then the grand prize for the second chance drawing is season tickets for next season.
The first of 3 drawings for the Seahawks prizes will take place on October 1st and will include the meet and greet as well as game tickets.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
I'll be right back. I got to go get my scratch ticket. Just kidding. All right, Legends Casino Skycam. It's a hot one today. Clear skies, a few fluffy clouds developing out, 99 degrees on our Legends Casino Skycam in Toppenish. Humidity at 21%. Keep an eye on those humidity levels. They're going to continue to drop as we move into tomorrow and our first alert weather day. But it's a hot one outside. Look at that. Hanford 103, Tri-Cities 100, Hermiston 101. It's 100 degrees in Pendleton, 103 in the Dalles, and everybody else just under 100 degrees. That heat wave continues. This ridge of high pressure here hanging over the southwest states. And again, we'll start to see a bit of a change beginning tomorrow. Those breezy winds picking up tonight up to about 30 miles an hour. And Wednesday, we could see gusts up to 50 miles an hour. Therefore, we have a first alert weather day. We're keeping that in place due to the potential of large fires starting in our lower elevations, those strong gusty winds, and of course, our critically dry vegetation. Let's fast forward and get through Thursday and take a look at Thursday, Friday weather. Here comes a system that's starting to move onshore. That's going to bring the gusty winds, but then it brings a cool down and the potential for some substantial rain, mainly on the west side, mainly in the mountains, but we could see some of those showers move on over to our area, and that will help reduce some of our fire concerns. It gets even heavier on Friday evening into Saturday. Let's take a look at our rain chances for Ellensburg Friday and Saturday, about a 50% chance, so pretty good chance of seeing some rain. Decreases on Sunday, a 40 and 50% chance of rain for Yakima, and then Walla Walla has a better chance of all of us here in the eastern portion of seeing that rain on Saturday. Temperatures will continue to drop from the 90s tomorrow down to the 80s, and even look at this on Friday, 78. That's that cold front moving across. I'm going to throw a little word out to you guys, and don't know you're not mishearing this. Snow is potentially going to fall in the Cascade Mountains in the upper elevations when we have that big cool down. So not a lot, but way above 8,500 feet. I did say snow. Here's the Tri-Cities temperature trend as well as Hermiston. And again, a look at where we've been so far this month. So most days we've been below that average. Tonight is going to stay on the warm side with temperatures barely getting into the 60s and staying in the 70s in some of our areas. Here's your 7-day planning forecast. Again, we do have a first alert weather day for Wednesday. Here's Yakima next 7 days with a first alert weather day. Ellensburg also looking at those showers potentially helping to decrease fire danger moving forward. Walla Walla also going to have a big cool down with some rain potential possible there. And Hermiston is 90s to the 80s. I can't believe I saw 70 something, and I couldn't believe I read the word snow in August, even though it's like at the tippy top of the mountains, but very rare for August in our state. So
that's pretty fun.
I said it. I'm thinking about ski season, just saying.
You're already there.
I'm there mentally.
I know. This August, so weird.
It really is. It really is.
It's strange. So.
All right. Thank you, Stacey. Up next here on your news at 5, get this, a 98-year-old Yakima woman is in the spotlight, but I'm going to tell you why up next.
Overturf Kia has officially relocated to Pasco, offering faster service and a brand new state-of-the-art facility designed for maximum customer service satisfaction. Experience? Drive-in climate-controlled service entrance for comfort and convenience. Expanded service capability with top-of-the-line bays to serve you better and faster. Comprehensive parts department. Relaxing customer lounge and refreshments. Great selection of high-quality and warranty-backed certified pre-owned Kias. Larger new car inventory with over 100 vehicles in stock, including hard-to-find hybrids and EVs, all ready to drive home. Grand opening specials include a new 2025 Kia K4 LXS with all the popular options, just $23,015. Shop online anytime. Overturf Kia, south of the Road 100 roundabout on St. Thomas Drive in Pasco.
At Shriners Children's, we're home to the world's leading pediatric orthopedic care. Because so many life-changing advancements start here. We provide access to the best doctors and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. We're the first place to turn for the most common or complex orthopedic conditions. Home to possibility and empowering kids to achieve the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
In an instant, your world can shatter. At Quantum Legal, we understand injuries can be an immense burden, taking a toll on your body leaving you drowning in medical expenses. Battling insurance companies without legal representation will make matters worse. We are committed to advocating for your deserved compensation. Quantum Legal, where compassion meets justice.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's summer event time.
Best deals of the year.
My favorite season of the year.
Why?
Is it the flowers, honeybees?
Mud. See, Bronco and Bronco Sport make every adventure more epic.
Because they come with GOAT modes. Goes over any type of terrain. Like
mud.
They sure do like mud.
Lease a 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend 4x4 for $299 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Love this spotlight tonight. It comes from viewer Katie Blanchard. A Yakima woman is proving it is never too late to chase your dreams. Look at this. 98-year-old Carolyn Schattler recently returned from the National Senior Olympic Games in Des Moines, Iowa, bringing home a gold medal in table tennis for the 95 to 100 age group. Her family says she's an inspiration to everyone she meets, showing that age is just a number. If you have an idea for the spotlight, connect with us on social media. Ladies, isn't that cool?
That is awesome.
I'm impressed. 98.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm not good at it now.
Right?
I couldn't play her.
Well, I'm going to bring in a table. We'll start practicing.
There we go.
No? Okay.
Reason to smile with Stacy's up next.
Step right up to a Ben Franklin Transit bus for a free ride to the Benton Franklin Fair and Rodeo. Load your strollers, bring your backpacks, and carry on your lawn chairs to get to the fair from 6 park and ride locations across Kennewick, Pasco, and Richland. That's 6 locations to park your car and ride for free on BFT. It's the fastest way in and out of the fair. Free fast fare to the Benton Franklin Fair to see the animals, ride the rides, and cheer on rodeo royalty. Don't forget about the summer concert series with artists like Jake Owen, Daughtry, and Winona. See you there at the Benton Franklin Fair.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Why do patients and families immediately think of Good Shepherd? They trust our knowledge and expertise. They value the compassionate care we provide. They feel like they are being taken care of by family. From our renowned doctors and top-of-the-line technology to our state-of-the-art facilities, Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. With SUVs for life's adventures, trucks as dependable as the people who drive them, EVs to charge up a summer of no limits, and American legends that need no introduction. This summer, Chevy drives America.
Now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing, plus an additional $3,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado. See your community Chevy dealers.
Right now, U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch and to get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope, you don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal.
I almost lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's Tooth Fairy time.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck, heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Take a flight over the beautiful Pend d'Oreille and Priest Rivers.
The Priest River is always calm, especially in the mornings. People that are more experienced can go out on the Pend d'Oreille River.
Fly the Northwest.
You can row for miles and miles.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Next ET, our Brandy Glanville exclusive inside the fight to save her face. Plus,
you are on top of it.
We're with Denzel Washington and A$AP Rocky talking their big screen team up. Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
And real quick, your reason to smile from Kathleen Talbot. There you go, a bluebird house out in Bickleton. Thank you for the photo and our friends at Lifetime Dental. Going to be a hot one again tomorrow, but not as hot as today.
All right, we'll be ready. Thanks for joining us.
We're back at 6, hoping your news is good news.
Have a good night.